Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of you, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. I'm going to start by giving shouts out to those who recently donated to the Cash App. MLR, thank you from the bottom of my black heart because it came out of nowhere. Red Falls Black, thank you from the bottom of my black heart. Sir Anthony, Brandon, D. Harold, Simeon, Passport OG, A. Crown, J. Fuller, Red Lion, and K. Freeman, B. Mitchell, Onzen, and the Green Consortium. Again, from the bottom of my black heart. And from the depths of my black mind, thank you. I do plan to go live this week as well. Going live will probably be tomorrow. A little bit earlier than this time if I can finish all my errands. A bit early, you know. Tomorrow that will be this time of day will be the morning as I'm recording it, not as I upload it. It'll be the morning, you all's time. You'll be starting your work week off. I'll be finishing my second day of the work week. So the next day will be my hump day. I do plan to go live about something that's relevant, but we black folks keep forgetting it. We don't ever fully understand or digest it, no matter how many times I say it. It's going to be one of those things. This one here is about something else. And before I get into that, I'm going to briefly state that there is someone who has been confessing to crimes on my page in comments. I am Wit 4351. That's his YouTube handle. Wit spelled W-I-T. As you all know with the YouTube handles, no spaces. I can't sit up and say, well, okay, I'm going to call the authorities where he is after confessing to these crimes. I can't dial local authorities from over here. If I dial even an emergency number, I'm going to get the police here. What I want is for anybody who knows how to trace these things to, let's say, a particular state, to let me know if they can, if it can be done. And if it can, we can at least get a state. And if it cannot, then it cannot, but we tried. I don't think this guy's actually committing these crimes and then just casually confessing, if it's even a guy. But legally and morally, we must take it seriously. And struggle snuggles are a morally outrageous crime. I, Black Mind, the red pill wear Muslim guy who does not believe that a husband or wife has a right to tell the other one no. Especially the wife telling the husband no when it comes to matters of dim draws. Who believe in certain double standards. Who believes in patriarchy, and black patriarchy at that for black folks, I mean. Finds struggle snuggling to be an outrageous crime. It's not okay. Now that we got that out the way, I wanted to record and upload this because you brothers that are going and traveling, finding someone, are being followed. You are being followed by women that are out here looking for the same thing in reverse, but they can't buy it. They have embarrassed themselves recently trying to do it. You all know the story of one sister from the States flying down to the Dominican Republic and sitting in her beau's house, talking to them through Google Translate and stating, why would I, let's just call it what it is. I'm the breadwinner. Why would I come here and live in poverty? What poverty are we talking about? Now, granted, these types of reality shows are edited too for drama, so if she had any sense, they would edit out any sense, but that makes it even stupider to go on there. What I wanted to point out to you is that women like her are going to follow you. They're going to try to do the same thing, and while they're trying to do it, they're going to tell you what kind of ain't fit nigga you are for doing it. I wanted you to know that you are being followed. And then in the course of being followed, you are also being blamed. You are being blamed for what you never did. Wasn't your fault. It's nothing about you. And you're still being blamed for it. You are being sought out like you did something wrong, and you're being sought out that way only because there is a chance that you will find someone that's going to love you and treat you well. And dang it, N-word, how dare you? That bothers the hell out of them. And that to them is unacceptable. What you are facing is a hatred, and I don't want you to underestimate that sort of hatred when you're in the States, and I don't want you to estimate that sort of hatred when you're in Canada or in the UK or in any of these places. And I do not want you to underestimate that hatred when you are in what should be a safe location and you still come across one of the sisters from the Matrix. Do not underestimate them. They aren't capable of being easygoing with you. I don't think they can. It would be nice, but I get the impression they're not capable of that. They just have to give you the blues. They just have to give you all sorts of trouble. It's not something I don't even know if they could help it. You are dealing with a scenario in which they are so hateful that even if they realized how hypocritical it was, they'd tell you, so what, you're the man. The ultimate hypocrisy you will be facing is double standards that favor me, but never thee. It's not just standards for me, but not for thee. It is double standards that favor me and never thee. That's what you're facing. You didn't have to do anything wrong. You didn't have to provoke it. You didn't have to deserve it. I just want you to be aware, be prepared. A lot of you already have the common sense to not engage or get up in their faces. I mean, that's good. A lot of you aren't completely stupid. You're not going to just walk up and hurt yourselves per se. But you may underestimate the hatred. Right now, the question is, would they hate you enough to pretend to be a friend or buddy that just happened to bump into you while you were abroad? That's the question. Would they then turn around and get you in all sorts of trouble? Would that be it? I don't know when that's going to start. I know it's going to start at some point. I wanted to tell you this too. Some of these ladies are probably going to act like on the plane, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm one of the homies. I'm doing the same thing, man. Yeah, man, these women stateside, they don't know how to submit. I'm with you. You know, I'm a woman that's into women, and I know how bad it is. I'm going down Columbia for the same thing. And they don't even swing that way. They just met you and thought maybe they could get in good with you and ruin your chances while they sit up and try to increase theirs. And what is the reason? It's just pure D hatred of you. That's it. And they could be going down there trying to find a guy, and they still hate you. That's what I wanted you to be aware of. Not to underestimate the hatred. I don't call on you to do any harm to any of them. I don't call on you to do anything like that. I simply call on you to be as distant as possible. Be aware, be alert when you bump into them on the planes and elsewhere. Because one thing that does happen, and it is true, when you travel somewhere, even when you travel to these big cities, big airports, you might see them. You may see such people on the plane. Then a few days later, you see them in the mall. That's actually very common. I don't know why, but it is. Now, Riyadh's too big for that. But I bump into Yankees, American brothers, Muslim. Bumped into one a little while ago. Guess what? B Deep knows him. Can you imagine? Bumped into him 2 weeks ago while my wife was in town. Just bumped into him in the supermarket. He was talking with his wife. I heard him talking American English. I saw him, gave him a head nod. What's good, bro? He did a double take when he saw me, like, oh, assalamu alaikum. I said, wa alaikum salam, sir. That was it. Now he knew that I was Yankee. We got to chopping it up. Told him my Muslim name. He was like, Boricua. I said, no, bro, that's West African. Yeah, brother was, it was like that. He's from Philly, I'm from the Gulf Coast. Just chopping it up with B Deep later on. Riyadh rapping. I said, man, I bumped into one of us about a week ago, and he knew. As soon as I gave him salam, as soon as I greeted him with assalamu alaikum, we knew that we were from the same history. And B Deep told me the man's name without me saying it. All I had to do was say he's bald-headed too. Can you imagine this? Can you dig it? You will bump into folks that know each other. And these sisters said something that was smart, and it made me think about you brothers. When these brothers do go and they get picked up and the vibe is that they've been there before. These ladies said they didn't see a lot of these brothers. They were seeing people that they knew from the flights, but they weren't seeing these brothers. And the only thing they can think of is these brothers were laid up somewhere great. I mean, I'd prefer that be in a marriage, don't get me wrong, but when I say great, I mean they're not out and about just where all and sundry can see them. That's what's important. So I want y'all to keep that in mind, gentlemen, that as you do travel, they're getting more aggressive about going abroad themselves. And you don't have to be paranoid, just aware and careful. That's it. I didn't want you to be under the impression that a lot of these sisters on these flights don't know about SYSBM and Passport Bros. They know. It may have been a time, I mean, maybe it was just a few weeks ago, you catch these flight sisters ain't know much about it. Now they know. They know. If they're traveling internationally twice a year, they know. If they don't know the names, they still know the trend. And that's the level of awareness that I wanted you to know, to prepare for it. And that's it, gentlemen. That's all I wanted to tell you. I hope that what I said helps you. And I mean it from the bottom of my black heart when I say that. Thank you for listening. And as always, black heart, black mind, black out, assalamu alaikum. And, you know, just because they don't like it, black. Heterosexual. Non-select male power, and black patriarchy until extinction or judgment day. Thank you again for flying with me on Jet Black Airways, where jet black is also a verb, and keep jet black with me until the wings and the wheels fall off. Please punch the Cash App button on your way out of the aircraft. It doesn't have to be for me, but if not, then please your brother Hayes. As always, gender justice forever. See you next time.